Alright, this is Life Lessons. Gintama Manga Cast, Episode 3. Pretty late. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Saturday night, I'm bored.
Saturday night, bored, talking about Gintama.
Right.
I think we should introduce ourselves. I'm Colton, and I host.
I'm Jasmine, and I'm the co-host.
And we do have a special guest with us, our very own friend John.
Who also does another podcast with this Colton person.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end of the podcast, or at least in greater detail, because we do another podcast. Me, John, and our other friend Eric do a kind of just a casual Dragon Ball podcast.
I thought we were going to talk about the end of it.
Well, we are gonna talk about it at the end. We're gonna talk about like where they can find it and stuff. We'll actually plug it at the end.
Oh, okay.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good. I am starving.
Didn't you have anything to eat?
I had like one piece of chicken strip.
I had some pizza.
I had Subway.
Of course, you have the good stuff.
I had 6 cookies and a foot long.
Oh, I want cookies. I've been craving those a lot lately.
Cookies?
Yeah.
Me too. Like every time I see a cookie at Subway, I used to eat 1, but now I eat like 3 and maybe 4 because it's just like I eat a cookie and it's like, I want another cookie. It's so good. That's probably why I'm fat. I mean, I'm not really fat, but I'm overweight.
I know. I'm like, I lose weight because it's summer and I'm like, I need to wear a swimsuit because I work at the pool.
Oh.
So.
All right. I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, crap. The problem is that I crave the cookies like a madman. I think you cheesy. Stop it.
See, I'm not worried about my figure. I like myself the way I am.
Yeah, I don't like my way because, you know, I'm okay looking. It's just that I have a bunch of unwanted hair that I get from my dad.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. For the shave you.
You're not.
Yes, I'm going to shave you.
No, I'm going to shave myself because it would be really awkward.
You could, no, you go ahead.
Okay, like, think about it. Would you want a guy walking down the beach with not only a hairy chest, but a hairy stomach that only goes a straight one line downward?
Leave me alone.
I was gonna say, you could turn that into a role play. You know, she could be the nurse. You could be the patient.
What are you even talking about?
Why would a nurse shave his belly?
You know, this is relevant because they do a lot of sexual stuff in Gintama.
Maybe, but not in my world when I'm trying to get hair off my belly. That's not sexy.
Are you sure?
No.
Some people
I
am.
Well, those people are very sick.
Oh, hey, now, come on. We're not going to make
belly
fun of
sex is weird, okay?
We're not going to make fun of other fetishes.
Yes, we are.
Unless it's
Well,
the foot crush fetish. Then we'll make fun of it.
Oh, the foot. Yeah, that's weird.
That is kind of weird.
Oh, that's not weirder than stuff I've seen on the internet. You guys are such newbies.
No, I see some weird crap. But I still...
Did you ever know about the one where a guy would get girls to orgasm and then they would explode and blood would be everywhere? That is a fetish.
Alright. That's great.
You asked for it.
So, hey, John, because this is totally on topic, how did you get into Gintama?
I'd say I have to get it from you, because you're like, you want to watch Gintama? I'm like, the crap is Gintama. And then you show me it, and I'm just like, this is so good. It's funny. Like, usually Japanese don't get American humor, which I don't know if that's American humor, because that's really funny. It's like... sometimes it's clever, sometimes it's goofy. It's got a really nice balance of humor in it.
A lot of the slapstick, I think, is very, the slapstick doesn't come from a certain nation, you know. That's pretty universal.
Right.
But, like, the dialogue-based stuff sometimes can be very Japanese, because they make a lot of references to very current, pop culture stuff, and very old pop culture stuff, too.
Yeah.
So, I'm really surprised you like it, honestly.
Why?
Because I don't know. I honestly...
Yeah, that's right. You don't know. You don't know what I like.
No. Okay. Do you like any other anime at all?
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, that's a given.
It is definitely a given. I like One Piece.
It's cool.
I also like Rurouni Kenshin. I also like Bleach.
I was just reading Kenshin.
Oh, cool.
I have it on my bookshelf if you ever want to read it.
Oh.
Really good.
What's another one? It's where I used to like Naruto until things got confusing. And then...
You mean non-existent?
Not what?
Nothing. I was making this.
Do you mean nobody watches it? Or
Oh, no. People watch it and read it. I just don't think the story's any good. At least not currently.
I liked Big O when I was a kid. You don't know what that is.
No, I know what Big O is.
You don't know what Big O is?
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Yeah, I know. It used to be on Toonami.
Oh, yeah.
Man, a lot of good things are on Toonami. Is Pokemon technically an anime?
Yeah, Pokemon's an anime.
Okay, then I like Pokemon too. I also like Yu-Gi-Oh! I like a lot of things, but yeah, Gintama is one that's kind of unique to me, though. That's what kind of just came to me. Like, there's no good guy in that story. It's just a bunch of assholes that do good things and do bad things. They're all chaotic neutral people.
Oh yeah,
it is so good.
We need to have you watch. A serious art sometime. Any of them.
What?
Wait.
What?
Wait, did you guys say Big O?
Yeah, Big O.
Yeah, Big O.
Oh my god!
And Gundam.
I love Big O.
Oh, hold on. Deja vu.
Why? Because you thought I was going to say Gundam?
No, I feel like I've had this conversation before.
I have that sometimes. Like when I'm having a conversation with Matt on Skype or something, and then he says something like, "Oh man, I really wanted to play this game," and everybody's playing it, and then I'm playing the game, and all of a sudden, haven't I done this before? But no. Yeah, I know what that's like, and it's just like, he's gonna say this, and like when he's saying, like I'm about to say something, and then you're like,
right.
Say that. Like I don't know he's gonna say that, but it feels like he was.
Don't you have those moments where you had like a double deja vu, like you had the exact same moment happen twice?
There's one that happened in elementary school when we were doing this project where we were supposed to like stand up and sit down with our eyes closed. I mean, maybe it's not deja vu, but we have like a dream of it that's kind of vague and it doesn't really come out until we actually experience it.
Okay. I remember I had like this weird. I know I'm going back on cookies, but like I had this weird conversation with somebody about. No, it was a weird conversation. Like we were talking about how to make stuff, and it was a dream I had. And I was just like, okay. Then this conversation came up. I'm like, deja vu. And then like, just like 5 years later, I had the exact same conversation.
Hey, guess what?
The exact same dialogue.
Guess what this podcast's about? Not Gintama.
This is a show about nothing.
It's a
show about random crap that we just come up with.
I was trying to make a Seinfeld reference, and then you totally interrupted me. It's okay. I don't care though. It's fine.
Well, I'm sorry.
I was talking to John. You're fine.
Oh.
Yay. Fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
All right, next.
Actually.
Whoa! Wait, what happened?
I don't know. Next.
I'm trying to get to our next thing.
Next.
I'm trying.
Chapter 3, Volume 1. Watch out! Weekly Shonen Jump sometimes comes out on Saturdays, which is today.
Yeah, today is Saturday. See, that's relevant.
Oh, you clever bastard.
No, you're the one who made the joke. I just pointed it out. If anything, you're the clever bastard.
You're still a clever bastard for putting it on Saturday. I knew you were playing it all along.
Wait, was I? I mean, yeah, I was. So, yeah, in case you didn't hear John, this is Chapter 3 of Volume 1.
Should've.
What?
Talking to the audience if we had one.
What were you going to say to them?
I said, you should be listening.
Yeah, you should be listening. But, anyway, what do you think of the color?
The color page is colored. And it's great because it's colored. End of story.
Okay, what do you think, Jasmine?
I actually think it's not as good as the first one in the first chapter, but it's still pretty good.
I'm sorry, Jasmine?
I would say that it's not as good as it was in like the first chapter, but it's still pretty good.
Still a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, like, with...
Kagura?
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot her name. It has like red and it has purple for some reason. Is it because the sky is purple?
No, it's shading.
Shading.
Well, yeah,
Shading.
shouldn't it be like darker red?
I don't know.
No, because like what happens is that when you're doing shading, sometimes you do a 3 transitional shading. So like one will be darker red, and then the other one will be like it's like a highlight color.
Oh.
So they'll add like a different, like a weird kind of color to it. So like you look like
Shinpachi?
Yeah, Shinpachi. His thing is all blue, and then Gin's is all white, and hers is just red and purple for no goddamn reason.
No, because think about it, you can't really make a lighter color for red without making it pink.
Pink. It's lighter red.
They don't, because think about it. No, think about it.
Don't
The sky's
have
already
the money
pink. You can't have it over. You can't overdo it because you already got the background pink. So what's the best next thing?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't get that logic, but whatever, it works because
Okay,
it looks pretty good.
No, okay, you know what? When I see you next time, we're gonna color, and then I'm gonna show you.
We're gonna color, yeah. We're gonna do it right. With all 200...
No, I'm gonna do it the way they do it, I'm gonna show you.
Guys, okay, do we like the color page, yes or no?
I said yes!
Okay, do you,
Yes.
Jasmine?
Yes.
Okay, so, moving on. Alright, so, we start on, yep, we start,
we mustache, but it's not a mustache.
that's shading.
I know, but it looks like a mustache.
You're shading retarded.
But no, dude. If you, I mean, yeah, it is shading, but if you, like, don't see it in your glance, it's like, to him, mustache? No, it's shading.
Well, I mean, Kentucky's in his 20s, so he could, grow a mustache.
But he doesn't have one in there, so obviously he doesn't have a mustache.
Okay, can I start the chapter?
Yes, you
All right.
can, I'm sorry.
Alright, so we start off with a very surprised-looking Gintoki on his moped as he suddenly realizes, oh, fuck, Jump comes out today, not on Monday. Because, for those who don't know, obviously Gintama runs in the magazine Weekly Shonen Jump. It's a manga anthology magazine that runs, One Piece and Naruto and Bleach and all the really popular series. And usually the schedule is that there's a new issue every week on Monday, but sometimes for some reason it'll come out on Saturdays. I have no idea why. But yeah, sometimes they'll do that to you. That they'll just release Jump on a Saturday.
Isn't that nice though? It comes earlier.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, he's like, oh fuck, I forgot. This week's Jump comes out on Saturday, and he's like, he's kind of having an internal kind of struggle as to whether he should go back to the grocery store or not to go get it.
That's a really good plot. Internal struggle. Da-na-na, Jump comes out today, and then he's all depressed and all this because he forgot to get it. Like, you said internal struggle, and that just made an entire story in my head about his relationship with Shonen Jump.
Like the pursuit of happiness has to do with Shonen Jump.
Oh my god. Pursuit of happiness is Shonen Jump.
Coming out this summer. Will Smith. It stars in The Pursuit of Happiness is Weekly Shonen Jump.
Pursuit of Shonen Jump.
Right, The Pursuit of Shonen Jump.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
Will Smith reach Shonen Jump? He probably doesn't.
He probably doesn't know what that is. He's probably like, what the hell?
If he did, that'd be great. It was just like,
that'd be awesome.
Can I just put out there that I really love Fresh Prince?
Like,
Who doesn't love Fresh
fits
Prince?
everything, really. I will see remixes on YouTube.
You mean the Fresh Prince theme?
Yeah, I'll see like a Sonic the Hedgehog song or something, or maybe a band song, or...
Oh yeah, they do.
So,
they rip the crap out of that
What's
title.
this story? All about my home. I like to turn upside down. I like the ninjas. Sit right down and tell you how to...
So how...
Okay.
Like, it goes that fast sometimes.
Okay, so far I'm thinking that the episode title has to involve Will Smith. I'll think of something.
No, we should call it The Pursuit of Shonen Jump.
No,
we should just call it that.
Fresh Prince of Gintama.
The
That makes sense because in this specific chapter it has to do with a gang of guys with perms, so it kind of is relevant.
The Fresh Prince of Amano, and it has the freaking Boo-looking guy.
That's a good idea. I'll think of.
That's really a good idea.
Like you should picture the guy, Fresh Prince of the Amanto.
Now this story, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? We should email. We should like. I would love to see that in Gintama in the anime. I would love that.
See
Just
what?
have freaking one of the
Just
characters.
keep still doing a parody of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with the Prince.
Hey, hold on, one at a time.
I'm sorry.
What were you saying, Jasmine?
I would say I would love to see them do a parody of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with the Prince. That would
You know,
kill me.
actually, wait, hold on. I got a better idea. Hasegawa should be in that parody.
Who?
Character with, the guy with the sunglasses, the brown hair, who doesn't have a job.
Oh yeah.
He should.
He should be the Fresh Prince.
Because, unlike Will Smith, he went from rags to riches, but Hasegawa went from riches to rags.
Right.
So it's like a reverse Fresh Prince.
It is.
This is the story, how one fucking asshole made me lose my job. I don't know. I can't rap. I'm white.
Even white people can rap, dude.
We need to get past his first page. Alright, so like I was saying like 5 minutes ago, so he's thinking about going back to the grocery store to get Jump. And Shinpachi's kind of like, nah, man, we already have our groceries. I just want to get home.
Of the galaxy, born and raised.
But then Gintoki's like, you know what? This might be a good time to just stop reading Jump. I'm too old for this shit.
I think I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Like he's talking about it as if it's fucking smoking addiction.
Well, that's basically what it is. Well, no, actually, strawberry milk is his addiction. But anyway, but he's like,
I just thought of something bad.
save it for later.
Well, okay.
No, what
Like it reminds me of like kids today. It reminds me of a real problem today with 40-year-olds. It's like I think I'm quitting My Little Pony cold turkey because they do that now.
Really?
They will.
Yeah,
They will do
the main age group is 40.
40 to 50.
I mean, it goes from
20 or
teenager
something like that.
to 40.
Huh.
Yeah.
Although
There's a lot of older guys watching My Little Pony.
Yeah, but anyway.
I'll
It's hard for them to
actually
quit
get
cold
to a
turkey.
theory I have later. Let's get on with it.
Okay, we'll save it for the end. Remind me. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, he's thinking that he should quit, and then he rebuttals with, well, a man is a boy at heart, until the day he dies. And Shinpachi's like, you just keep your creepy comments to yourself. And then I guess maybe they're too distracted, or Gintoki's not looking.
Or
but
Gintoki is just in Gintoki and just runs over somebody because he can.
Thanks for stealing that. Anyway, yeah, he does end up running over a passing girl who happens to run in front of his moped, and obviously him and Shinpachi both look really freaked out, and you can take the next.
Like Shinpachi's just like, ah, and Gintoki's just like, ah, shit.
You can take the next 2 pages, Jasmine.
Alright, so Shinpachi is freaking the hell out. He's like, oh my god, you hit her. Oh my god, like, what are we gonna do? You weren't even looking. And of course, this is actually Colton's favorite joke.
I love this joke.
And basically, what happens is that Gintoki is trying to shove himself in a vending machine, saying, don't get worked up, chill out, and help me find the time machine.
Oh, I want to point out this is a lot funnier in the anime because you can tell Gintoki sounds really scared. He's like, just chill out. Just let me look for a time machine. It's the stutter that sells the joke, I feel like. But go on.
Yeah, but like it seems that he's freaking out more than Shinpachi because Shinpachi's like, you chill out. So then now of course they finish a little awkward moment and they're now surrounding the girl. and of course Gintoki's like she should be okay. He says that basically he's saying that Wake Up TV astrology segment said I'd be lucky this weekend, so everything should be okay. But so he thinks he's lucky right now. So he basically say she's just so if we just turn around, I bet she'll be miraculously unharmed. So he's trying to wake her. He's trying to push her over to see if she was awake. But when he turns her over, there's a pool of blood.
Ooh, yeah.
And oh wait, is this John's turn?
No, you can go on. You can more page.
And of course, what does Gintoki do? He drives the fuck out of there.
But he also has her tied to the back for some apparent reason.
That was pretty fast, by the way.
So what?
No, I was gonna say, that was pretty fast.
Tied her up to the back.
Right, yeah, that was really fast compared to,
Because Because in the anime, at least, they look like after he kind of pulls her onto her side, and then then they just cut straight to him on his moped.
Well, sometimes there's parts in the manga where like they'll have a scene, but then they'll forget to make a scene where it makes sense. Where it's just like, okay, he's on the bike. He's like, wait, how'd they get there?
It's probably for comedic effect, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we can always tell this. Sorry,
it works in TV instead.
Yeah,
because TV has like soundtrack and like sound effects and stuff to make it funny. In manga, in manga, I said like in 7 times.
That's okay.
It really just seems like you're skipping a page and then you get confused. It happens a lot in Bleach.
No, I hate to tell you, buddy, that's how Bleach is anyway.
I'm just reading a page and all of a sudden they're fighting. I'm like, wait, why are they fighting?
Buddy, I've read, like, the first 400 chapters of that. No, that's basically what you're reading. It's basically like that in the anime, too. But, anyway, you can finish up the page, Jasmine.
Alright, but not until you get to the top left, because that's my favorite face he's ever made. He's just like, oh, no.
He's looking. Oh my god, that was perfect. Oh my gosh.
He's so angry he can't make a logical sentence. It just sounds intelligible.
But basically, now, just as John said, they tied Kagura up around Shinpachi's back, which I found really awkward. But basically, they're like, wake up, and as John said, this is his favorite panel. Gintoki is freaking the hell out, saying, liars, I'm never gonna watch that stupid show again, and now he feels that the TV has lied to him. But wait. Then he makes a rebuttal.
Yeah, but
about...
I was gonna say, hold on, but the weather woman's hot.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say he just made a rebuttal saying that, well, the weather lady is actually...
It would have been funnier if they had that extremely angry face and then him looking completely calm when he says, well, the lady's hot.
I think he does that in the anime, doesn't he?
No, he keeps the same face.
Oh, he keeps the same face?
It would be funnier if he just all of a sudden went calm for no reason.
Yeah, that's
right. It went right back to freaking out right after he said that.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But then now, Gintoki's like, how does she look? And Shinpachi's like, she's not even moving. And they're saying that they should take her to a doctor. Suddenly, a black car rides up on the side, and of course, just like on Fast and Furious, the dude randomly pulls out a gun.
But it's your turn, John. Give your best shot.
It's my turn?
Yeah. It's John's turn.
So suddenly, for no reason, they're carrying this girl, and like some random dude pulls out a gun, and they're like, "What the hell?" And bam, bam. Apparently, guns apparently go bam, bam.
I think they do.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh my god, shots, and they didn't get hurt because Kagura randomly pulled out her umbrella, just like, okay, it's time to take action. And then blink, blink off of her umbrella, and then all of a sudden, she's shooting a gun out of her umbrella like some high-tech agent person.
Wait, hold on, she's shooting a gun out of her umbrella?
I mean, bullets!
Look at all the guns she's shooting out!
Like, there's what you can.
It says "bam bam" with his freaking pistol, and then when she's shooting bullets, it says
because it's like
it's a pistol. It's like matching a pistol with a machine gun.
Yeah, basically.
Pish pish. Pish pish on his window.
For those not following along, that's the sound effect that breaking windshield.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of sound effects going on because this is an action scene where she's shooting the car and like. She pulls back her umbrella, the car crashes into a tree, and she just goes poof on her umbrella like she's like...
She looks like she's bored.
Yeah, she's just like, that was easy. It's just like she's looking awesome as if somebody blows their gun, like...
Like in a Western movie?
Yeah. And then Shinpachi was just like, the hell just happened? And then they're going into this alleyway.
Yes. So like John said, they do end up in an alleyway, and... Kagura, who seems pretty fine, is all like, hey, guys are fucking stupid.
Wait, hang on. Where'd all the blood go? Like, did everyone just, like, magically heal?
Well, hold on. I'm getting to that. Yeah, she's like, you guys are dumb. I'm not gonna die from getting hit by a scooter. Who dies
from getting hit by a scooter?
Yeah,
I mean,
come on.
really?
Come on, guys, you're retards.
Well, you guys gotta remember, like Gintoki scooter is like a magic scooter.
A magic scooter.
Like, think about it. That thing can go like 10 miles per hour, and then like miraculously go like 50.
Get on the magic scooter. Like the magic school bus. Except
we should totally the Fresh Prince of Amanto. Scooters are magic.
Oh boy, these are all great ideas for episode titles.
Scooters is magic.
These are all great ideas for episode titles, and I will take.
We can say hop on the magic scooter.
It's like the magic school bus, except a lot lamer.
My Little Amanto. Scooters are magic.
Oh my god! That was amazing! That was amazing!
Magic.
Can it be My Little Will Smith?
My Little Will Smith. Okay, we have to make it official that Will Smith has to be in the title.
Blair. My little no, okay.
My Little Fresh Prince.
My Little Fresh Prince
of Bel-Air.
Okay, that's the episode title. Unless we can come up with something better, but we need
we need to have scooters are magic because my freaking magic scooter.
What, Jasmine? I'm sorry.
My Fresh Prince. No, My Fresh Prince. Scooters are magic.
Yeah, My Little Fresh Prince.
Yeah, My Little Fresh Prince. Scooters are magic.
Okay.
Overall.
My Little Will.
Okay.
My Little Will Smith sounds so much better.
It does.
Okay.
So lie.
All right. So that is the episode title, unless we come up with something better, which I really doubt.
My Little Will Smith.
My Little.
Scooters are magic.
Okay, so we need to get past these next two pages.
Oh god.
All right. So.
You'll be here for like 3 hours.
So yeah, after that little retort,
retarded retort.
Shut up.
But I'm the one.
She, basically, Kagura says that her wounds are closing up because obviously, I guess she can heal faster than most people, which we'll find out why in a little bit. But Gintoki's like, well, did you put glue in your rice or something? What the fuck's going on? And then Gintoki's like, whatever, I don't care, let's go, you're fine. And then they try to leave.
One of the best parts.
Yeah, they try to leave, and obviously Kagura pulls on the scooter to keep him from leaving. And he's like, Shinpachi, did you put on some weight, buddy? You're getting a little chunky. And basically Kagura's all like, how could you leave a poor defenseless little girl who's being stalked by the Yakuza, in a dark abandoned alleyway? And Gintoki replies, because I'm still a boy at heart. And also, where we come from, we don't call people who can pull back motor scooters girls. We call them gorillas. And I guess the guys chasing after Kagura just happened to walk on by, and Gintoki's like, just fucking drop the scooter, let's get the fuck out of here. And they're on their way out, and Shinpachi and Kagura have a little bit of banter where Kagura basically just mishears Shinpachi. It's wordplay.
No, well, hold on. I don't at the end. I did not get the joke. It was just like, did Magic Yakuza fermented? I was like, is that supposed to be funny?
Because her Japanese is bad.
Yeah, this is hard to explain.
What is the joke?
Fermented.
Actually, there's actually a better joke in the original Japanese text, but I'll save that for the translation segment. But here, basically, it just rhymes. Demented and fermented rhyme.
Why?
Right.
Why did you say fermented?
Because she misheard him.
Right, because basically they're trying to emphasize on her bad Japanese.
Yeah, and
so,
Japanese isn't very good, so.
Yeah,
right, so him saying demented, she thinks that he said fermented.
I noticed that in the manga she talks as if me do no wrong, me fight for this, and like in the anime she talks completely fine.
I don't know. I don't know. It's all in how you translate it. I don't know. The subs were. I'd have to look over them because honestly, I never really paid attention.
But the rest of the text is just fine in this. Does she speak like really bad Jap? Well, she does, doesn't she? She speaks really bad.
It's kind of.
It's not. It's one of those things that's a little hard to translate, and that a lot of people kind of glance over. It's not very important, but at first, when we see Kagura, yeah, her Japanese isn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why whoever was translating this at the time chose to write the dialogue as they did.
And like cavemen speak.
Basically, yeah. But I don't know if they still I don't know if she still talks this way in the anime. But honestly,
she talks like that for like a couple. Like what she will do is that in the first episode she will kind of talk like this, and then add that at the end. But then it kind of like that part fades and goes. Like it doesn't really stay.
Well, no, actually. Here, let's save all this for the translation segment. Right. This is a whole big thing that I want to save for a little later. But anyway, you can go on to the next 2 pages, Jasmine.
All right. So basically, we're still in the alley, and as I said, I guess Colton says expedition. I say it's a freaking flashback.
Exposition. The alleyway of exposition.
Whatever. But basically, she said that she heard that it's easy to make money in Edo, so she came from a distant planet to work there. And then we find out apparently their family is poor, and this is the most convincing thing ever. But I can never say this right.
Say what?
What she's eating. What's it called?
Sake Shazuka Shizuki.
Oh no! Not
right there.
Not that. It's here. I got
Suzuki.
Not
Saki Suzuki.
Not
fucking
that.
cars.
No, I got it. Furikake.
Furikake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's furikake seasoning rice. She said that she has to eat that 3 meals a day, and she said that she wished she could at least eat a raw egg with soy sauce on it 3 times a day at least. And then Shinpachi's like, well, that's not much better than just eating what you were eating. So basically, she goes to say that she met this guy who gave her an offer, saying that if she worked for them, she'll be able to eat sake,
Chazuki.
Sake. Sorry,
it's
sake, chazuki.
Okay, They have
just say it, God.
They have a translation for it at the bottom of the panel. It's hot green tea poured over grilled salmon.
I know. I just wanted to say the term before I said what it was.
Again, Japanese words are way shorter than they actually are.
I know. But I just wanted to say the word and then go into what it was.
I'm trying to save you because you're butchering it. Not that it really matters.
And basically, she said she'll eat this 3 times. That she'll be able to eat this 3 times a day. And apparently, she says, and when she hears that, she jumped at the opportunity. But apparently, Shinpachi, he goes like, but why? Should you eat 3 different kinds of meals a day?
Because all she's eating is rice.
Right. Which like, when you guys just start watching this show or reading it, she has like a weird rice obsession. But
it's either because she really, really likes rice, or that's all she can afford.
Or it's a reference to Goku, because every time you see Goku eat, he's usually eating rice.
Or meat.
I mean, because, like, we know that rice is, like, a side dish for everything we eat in Japan, but she takes it to a whole new level.
Well, actually, to be fair, she doesn't eat rice as much as she does pickled seaweed.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's more of a section than rice.
That's worse.
That is much worse. But as we keep going, she goes to say that, she basically goes to say that I'm sturdy compared to Earthlings, and I did the fighting for the guys. And she's saying that she enjoyed the food that she got, and she was really happy, and whatever. But then she starts saying that lately, the work, this is where the translation gets weird, or her Japanese gets weird. when she says, basically, she said, but lately the work went up the escalator.
You mean escalated?
Right, the Shinpachi comes in, is like, I think you mean escalated. And then this is where another little, it's supposed to be for comedy reasons, but this is where another translation error comes in, which says, told me go rub on somebody me.
Oh,
and no lie, that's exactly what she says. And Shinpachi's like, no, not rub on, I think you mean rub out. And she, say what?
No, I thought that was funny.
I always thought it was funny. I was just like, wow, that's the most awkward translation. But
maybe they're just doing that because it's funny. It's
funny. It's just really funny.
It's bad.
It's just bad. That's what makes it funny.
Yeah, but Kagura says a lot of things that girls her age shouldn't.
Right. She says a lot of crap that a lot of girls really should say.
But she really doesn't, have a limit to that because she can...
She can what?
What? Do you know?
No, what are you talking about?
It doesn't matter what she says because if somebody tries to stop her, they won't.
Oh, because of, yeah, because it's for the joke.
Yeah.
But, you can go on, Jasmine.
Then she goes to say that she was sick and tired of it. She's saying that now Edo is a very scary place and she wants to go back home. And Gitoki pops out of a trash can because they're hiding from the gang. And he pops out of a trash can saying, man, you're dumb. In this country, you shouldn't believe in what you hear with guys with cheesy perms or women wearing red. You should, so basically saying, don't believe what people say. Don't be gullible. So, and then he, he basically says, you could go play gangster all you want on your own. We had to go, you're gonna have to pay the price on your own. I'm not going to deal with this.
You messed up.
Later.
You slept in this bed, you gotta make it.
Right, basically saying, and then of course Shinpachi being the most warm-hearted of the group, or of Shinpachi at this moment, he's like, wait a second. And Gitoki doesn't really care. He just keeps walking.
Yep. All right. Now it's John's turn. Here you go.
Final. So the next page has the one leader guy are you freaking serious? You guys can't chase down one freaking girl. Are you mobsters or housewives? And you call those perms? We're the perm freaking gang, and we don't have any perms except me. But it's just wait. The target's Yato. Even together we're no match. Are you retarded? That's exactly why you gotta do it. Because that monster chick goes anywhere else, we're gonna be screwed. You get it?
Yeah, so obviously you got the subordinate trying to, talk sense, and the leader, just punches the fuck
Yeah, he doesn't get that the fact that this chick is as strong as a fucking Goku. Pretty
much, yeah. Well, we'll learn what a Yato is near the end of the chapter, but go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's there's not a lot of her left. So you know how valuable she is. But if she ain't gonna work for me, then kill her. Which is kind of stupid. Because it's okay, she does all your fighting for you. She's ungodly strong. You think, kill her. Now you're retarded. Because you can't kill something you can't kill. Because it's trying to kill Goku. It's impossible.
Yeah, pretty much.
And in this panel, he's just eating whatever the hell he's eating, and
it's Dongo.
And he says again, if she goes anywhere else, then she's no use to me, and then she should be retired and all that. And then just the trash can. They're hiding in the trash can from them, which is a really funny ass disguise.
Yeah.
No dumping on the trash can. I don't know if that's some sort of joke.
I don't know. See, that's weird because it's a trash can. So why wouldn't you put anything in the trash can?
It's
well, you're hiding it. I don't think you want trash to put it on you.
they put it there.
That is true, but then somebody's gonna be like, "Why?" and then open it.
Yeah, probably.
They could have just. Well, I don't know what else they could have did.
But they probably be dumping. They probably mean like knock it over as well. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
So either way.
And they think, oh, this plan is so ingenious. We've made it this far. There's no chance we can lose. So we can just catch the train here and get to the spaceship. You can go home finally. And then something else happens.
Yes, and I will tell you what that something else is. Shinpachi's basically talking about Gintoki, how he's so heartless, for just leaving him out in the alleyway with all the trash. And Kagura's like, I'm used to it. It's a smart way to live, Don't get involved with people. And busybodies like you are dopes. But hey, I like dopes. But I hate you though. And Shinpachi's like, wait, you just said something in incorrect English or Japanese. Or whatever the fuck language we're talking about. And then Shinpachi just keeps complaining, that's not the way your character is written. And she just keeps going on, yep, I hate dorks with glasses. And Shinpachi's just about to have a brain aneurysm, just yelling at the top of his lungs, I do all this shit for you, and you're just gonna name call me all this shit. And then Kagura realizes, oh wait, we're stuck, and and basically they're trying to get out of the trash can, in time for the train, and
and they roll with it.
Yeah.
I like that double pun.
You know what would be a great song to play during the scene? "Roll with the Changes" by REO Speedwagon.
Oh.
Nobody here listens to REO Speedwagon.
Nope.
But yeah, basically they just kind of roll to the train, but the perm leader guy stops them, and he's like, "Well, hold on, I don't want you roll onto the tracks now. You could get squashed." And he's like,
"That's just like perfect timing. How did he get there?"
I don't know. He's the villain.
He's villain, that plot convenience thing.
Yeah.
Ninja.
But no, they're Yakuza. No, I don't know.
Damn, fucking fast Yakuza.
Yeah, they're pretty fast. But yeah, he's basically just taunting them like, hey, that's too bad, Kagura. Just a little further, you would have made it.
But at the end, he's just like, too bad, Kagura.
That's.
I think he was laughing when he did that.
I don't know. I think I don't know. It's a weird thing, but go on. You can go on to the next page, Jasmine.
Or he could have been doing like the cow, but like Kagura,
That would have been stupid.
Kagura.
Kagura.
Maybe he was doing a sing-song voice, like Kagura.
Probably was. Okay. Back to the next page.
Yes.
And then he goes to say, "It's rude for you to take off without a goodbye." So he's basically teasing the crap out of her now.
Oh shit.
And he say like, "And after I get everything for you," he's like, "What happens?" He's like, "What happens to your money problems?"
Right.
Like, think about it. You want to go back to that? I can never say this.
Furikake.
Just call it seasoning.
Yeah, we're gonna call it seasoning rice. Okay, can't say this word. Save my life. Like the seasoning rice lifestyle, do you? And basically, she goes to say that I'm tired of hurting people for money. Like nothing tastes good when you have to kill.
Oh yeah.
Well,
let's assume she's maybe killed a few people accidentally.
Right.
I don't know.
Accidentally or probably just some crap. But and she's like and basically she's saying that things will taste better. You work at things. You work honestly, things will taste better than going at it at ease, basically, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and then of course the perm guy is like, "You're such a stupid barbarian."
And he says, "Listen up, Yato trash."
Yeah, I love that. He's like, "Listen up."
Oh, how relevant.
Right. And he goes to say, and of course Shinpachi doesn't know what a Yato is, so he goes, "So it's time to educate."
Yep, time for more exposition.
So he's like, "Look, someone could get coned by the space chickie, I don't even know what he said.
Space Chicky.
He did say Space Chicky. What?
Some very weird wording, but go on.
I just noticed that. He says, even if you must have heard, so now, he's like, even you must have heard that name. The Yamato is the mightiest and nastiest of all the mercenary races.
So basically Saiyans.
Yeah, so basically they're like freaking Saiyans that they're just basically made to kill.
Yeah.
And they live on that adrenaline rush to kill. And he's saying that basically they look, just as a saying, they look human but have crazy strength. And they love combat and stuff like that, and they can wipe out countless of civilizations, like anthills. They could destroy them like anthills.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying that basically he's calling Kakura fake because she is hiding her ability. But he's saying that you're hiding your ability, but deep down inside of you, you just want to do exactly what your race does and kill.
Introducing Raditz.
Right.
Okay, sure. But
And he's like, even though you cover your instincts with a paper thin layer of morals, you looked like you were enjoying yourself when you were fighting. And basically, again, like as I say, he's basically saying deep down, you're just a bloodthirsty murderer.
Actually, this is better. Just like instead of why did I say introduce? I should have said enter Raditz.
enter Raditz.
Because this is pretty much Goku and Raditz right here. Like, you are a killing machine, my brother. And he's just like, I'm Goku, and I do things the right way.
Yeah. It'd be funnier if he were a Yato, which, thank God he's not.
Oh, God. Then he wouldn't need her.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true. But, like, of course, Conqueror's trying to prove her point that he is wrong. But what does he do? He pushes the trash can towards the tire tracks.
Yep. And here you go, John.
Oh, it's my turn already?
Yeah.
And they're stuck in a railroad track, which has been done in every single Western movie. Yeah, this has a lot of Western references to it.
Oh, yeah.
The pistol
It does.
and the railroad and
Wild Wild West.
and then he says later skaters as he leaves, and then the freaking train comes near them, and all of a sudden you hear vroom and like da na 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 na, and then like you have the whole like da na na. And
I love how you're adding your own background.
where Gin comes to save them even though he has no heart. Nothing but frickin' trouble. And then it's like, now I have to save your asses because you got yourself into this. And then he says, bite down on something. And they're like, why? Because this happens.
And basically, Gintoki whacks him in the air and saves him from the train.
Which,
And
I don't know how he's supposed to whack him that high in the air. Just like, random strength.
it's even weirder in the anime because you can see the trash can just keep spinning, staying in the air.
Right, it like disappears.
And obviously Shinpachi's freaking the fuck out, and they're falling, and they crash through the roof of the train station as the gang is about to leave, and they're like, "Well, what's going on? What was that?" And Kagura has this nice little speech where she's like, "Yeah, I like fighting. That's just my instinct. I'm not going to deny that, but you know, I want to fight against my Yato instincts. You know." I fight so I can change. And it's your turn, Jasmine.
Oh, before I go on, actually, I want to point out that I love the last panel.
Which one?
I love the way she looked in the last panel, the one you just read.
Oh, you mean the one with her with the close up on her face?
Yes, guys, I love it in the manga and anime. I love that face she makes. It's absolutely fantastic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You already know I'm like a sucker for dilated eyes.
Yeah, they do. A lot of characters do that actually in this.
Yeah, like when they get
Really?
serious and they get really upset, they do these. They have like this dilated. They have like a dilation of their eyes. It's awesome. So back to the manga. But basically, the leader, he's like, "You're an idiot, guys! Destroy her!" And of course, they are smart people.
You and what army?
They are some smart people. they leave him.
Yeah.
Saying that they can't take it anymore. We're not gonna die because of you.
Yeah, fuck your perm.
Like, oh, we got one life to live and one life to give, and I don't know why he
right.
said that.
Which, that guy made so much sense that it was sad. And then, and this guy is like, basically saying like, morons, you call those perms, and he's still talking about their hair, which is the most weirdest thing to do. You're about to get your
always right before they die or right before the main thing, the villain always says something completely stupid, like something completely irrelevant. Like when I watched Iron Man 3, he's like, I am the Mandarin. Yeah, I knew that. And then he dies right after he says that. They always have some stupid line they say.
Yeah.
But like, time goes on. And this is with the weirdest time frame. We don't even know how long this was. But we suddenly click to a scene where there's a bunch of hair on the floor.
Yeah.
And we guessed that.
And you guys can probably guess what is happening. Yep. So it cuts to the next scene, or the next panel, and we find out that Kagura is shaving this guy bald.
No, wait a minute.
What?
I'm confused.
Confused about what?
Like his face, like... What? What's up with his? What is it? Is it like a certain angle where his face is? Because his face looks all squished up.
I think it's the angle.
It's the angle because she has him facing backwards. Like I should say, she has his head backwards.
Yeah, but his face.
I know the face is really weird.
His head is lifted up, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess it's kind of hard to draw the angle. So, and. Basically, she's talking to Gintoki, like saying, if you are planning to stay, like, if you're planning that, you could have stayed in the beginning. Like, I can't really figure you out. Are you shy? Are you shy?
Shy boy, ka?
Is that hard?
What?
I was just saying, was that hard? Because you were just stuttering a lot.
No, I can't. I stutter a lot.
Well, that's because she's not even speaking English.
Yeah, it's
probably why. It's probably why.
Can't figure you out, me. You a shy guy. Aha.
Yeah, because Kagura doesn't know how to speak Japanese for the most part.
But she can.
But she doesn't know how to speak it well.
Right. That's probably where I got messed up because I can't. Because it has to be linked. I'm just like blah blah.
and then Gintoki says the funniest thing.
Right, and he's like. I love how they have him say nah.
Nah.
That's the most ghettoest thing. Sorry, it's a black thing, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not even a black thing, it's a city thing. Hey, anyway.
Gintoki can do whatever he wants. If he wants to be black, he can be black.
Just like, yeah, I was just buying Shonen Jump, and I was just saying, I was like, hey, awesome, I want to win. I'm just glad you guys didn't die. You know, all's well ends well. And so he's like, oh, so our lives aren't even worth 20 yen, or 220 yen.
That's probably like $1.20.
Okay.
I don't know.
So our lives isn't even worth a piece, like a pack of gum.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, the train's here, get on quick, and don't come back, you frickin' nightmare girl. Yeah, I like to do that honest, but when they think about it, don't have money to return home, no.
Wait, hold on, you totally glanced the little... nice smiley face.
I did. I was gonna get to there because I was like, oh, she made a fucking smiley face on his head for the lulz. So people are gonna walk around, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you laughing at me?
Hey, wait, oh no. He'll be known as the Yakuza leader with eyes on the back of his head.
A lot of people take that seriously until he turns around.
But go on, John.
No. So she goes on about how she can't go home. So I'd like to stay a little on here and save money. You guys wouldn't mind if I stayed at your place, right? Gintoki goes, rips his jump in half and goes, are you fucking serious? You gotta be kidding me. It's like my responsibility to take anybody in. Freaking psycho chick from outer space. You know, fuck it, fine. You say something? Oh, no, nothing, not a word.
Well, you glanced over that once he was like basically telling her off, she punched the wall in between him and Shinpaki,
Damn it. But
making a spider web dance.
Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything. No, nothing.
Nope, nothing.
And that's when our workplace got interesting because we have a bunch of wacky ass, unbelievable people.
We got a bunch of wacky cast members. All right, so that was chapter 3. Any?
Wow, we still have things to do.
Yeah, well, there are a few things I maybe would like to bring up. Like, I'm kind of keeping tabs on how long it takes for Gintoki to get rid of his goggles. Because I know he stops wearing them at some point, and he brings it up in the anime too.
Oh.
So I'm kind of curious to see how long it takes for him in the manga for Sorachi just to stop drawing them.
Oh.
It's just like in Naruto,
where he just started wearing the bandana and stuff.
He started wearing the headband. And it was mostly because Kishimoto didn't want to keep drawing the goggles because apparently they're really hard to draw.
The goggles he was wearing were...
It's way cooler than having goggles.
What were you saying, Jasmine?
I'm sorry.
I'm saying the goggles that he had Naruto wearing were ballistic. They were like Gintoki's goggles. At least they seem a little bit simpler, but Naruto's goggles, they had like a weird 3D dimension to it.
Yeah, Naruto's goggles looked a lot more
detailed and complex.
Yeah. But I was gonna say
I was gonna look at him because I have no idea what they look like.
Here, I'll Yeah, they look like that.
Wow.
See how complicated those look?
Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah. They look like something that would be in something that's really high definition.
They look like they should be binoculars too.
Yeah, really.
But
this is probably pointlessness.
Yeah.
But like I know that like Eggman from Sonic has goggles. Mm-hmm. He never freaking wears them. They're just on his head for no reason. Although
that's very true.
In one point in Sonic Adventure 2, he did put them on, but he put them on for no reason because he didn't even need them. They're like an item that he never uses. They're just there for looks. Because he wears glasses. He'll wear glasses over goggles, would break his glasses. So I think goggles are just for looks until somebody gets bored of them. But
no, like apparently, like if you watch like Sonic X, like there actually is a point, like that old point when he actually picking robots from the carts. He actually put on goggles while he was doing that, and I'm like, the machine's picking for you. Why you need your goggles on?
Because Sonic X is stupid. I mean, the show is stupid, but everybody in the show is completely retarded too. Eggman being the most retarded. He's not even evil.
Like, he was like, at first I was like, okay, you're evil. But then like, there's this one point where he's like, I want to help you, Sonic. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
Did you hate him?
Oh, man. I feel really left out because I'm not a Sonic fan.
Yeah, now I feel better
you're...
because I'm not left out when you talk about after chapters with Guinea Tommy.
Guinea Tommy?
What? I don't know.
Guinea Tommy?
The next episode of Guinea Tommy.
Guinea Tommy.
How are Gintoki and Shinpachi gonna have to get out of this one?
I don't know, Guinea Tommy. Freaking South. That's not fucking...
That's like Rugrats this with Gintama.
Yeah, you fucking awesome fucking Mingy. Fuck you guys, I'm going home and gonna read my Gintama.
Wait.
God damn it.
Wait, hold on before we go on. Ski guys, I'm taking my strawberry milk. But anyway, it must have been a pain in the ass for Gintoki to go look for his moped again.
Wait, he lost.
It's not like a crutch.
Yeah,
It's not like he's not a mechanic.
Yeah, because you remember when they were running away from the Yakuza, he just left his scooter.
Well, it can't be because it was off page and he has main character powers.
No, what he probably did is that when he was walking
just
away,
like magic scooter appear in an off panel where you didn't see it.
Actually, what he probably did is that when he was walking away from them, he couldn't actually went back to that alley to get his moped in the first place.
Yeah, he could have just been like, I think they're gone now.
You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing this episode from the perspective of Gintoki.
Yeah,
like,
there could have been like that, and then the next chapter would be what he was doing. And
well, I mean, the anime episode of this already kind of does that, but like they could do that just like what the anime did already. but instead do that and also have him go back and look for his moped. Because it probably took him like a good 30 minutes to go look for Jump, and then like another 30 minutes to be like, oh fuck, I lost my moped. I gotta go fucking get that. Yeah. Also, I'm kind of glad that the Kagura misinterpreting words gag doesn't last too long. And I think they dropped that gag after this chapter actually. Cause
yeah, that's what I actually was gonna bring up. 'Cause I was like, even in the anime, she only did that for like that episode, and then like it dropped right after that.
Yeah, because honestly, it's not that funny of a gag, and it would have gotten very tiresome later.
That's the problem.
Very complicated for translators.
Back to Sonic, that's really bad because they keep bad gags, and they're just like, really? He fucking did that again. That's not funny. Stop it, guys. Just stop it.
It's just that Sonic doesn't listen to their fan base.
That happens to a lot of shows with gags that go on that aren't funny at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like some in Family Guy where he goes, like he's like breathing for like 20 minutes, and like, okay guys, we've seen this for like 20 minutes. It's not funny. Go on to the next scene.
You mean when he falls down, he goes?
No, like just any scene where he's doing things for more than 5 minutes or so, and that gets annoying because it's not funny after he's doing it for so long.
Oh, okay, you just mean that in general.
Yeah, I mean, that was an example, but there's times where he'll, like, laugh, and it's like, pow, right in the kisser, pow, right in the kisser, pow, right in the kisser. Okay, that would have been funny if he did it 4 times, but he ended up doing it 14 times, and now it's not funny, it's just annoying.
Oh, you mean like that one specific episode he did, like, 15 times, wherever he brought it up?
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, next scene. He must have been drunk when he made the episode and found it extremely funny, but, when you're not drunk, it's not that funny.
That was an okay episode. But...
You still fat people. I don't think that's a good episode.
Now, if they had... I saw, like, Gintoki being a near-diabetic got dropped too, but it would have been funny how he would bring it up after people... Like, he would be like, I'm a near-diabetic, and then he has a bunch of sweets in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, he does that. He'd be like, I'm a diabetic, and then you see, like, a whole bunch of stuff, and you're like, really?
Yeah, that's what we brought up on our first episode when we did the first chapter, is that
that's true, we brought that up, we're like, hey, he does this. Because
Gintoki, during his first big appearance, in the cafe, he does make a point of that he has, that he's pretty much near diabetic, and that he can only have one parfait a week or whatever.
Well, maybe that's,
I'm
sorry.
I was gonna say, and then later on, he's like, well, I have low blood sugar, so I have to constantly eat sweet stuff, and I'm just like,
well, maybe the near diabetic was a lie, and that was the joke.
Yeah,
like, I'm near diabetic, so I have this thing, but it's just like, you're not diabetic, oh, I have low blood sugar. Like, he keeps saying that he has disabilities, and then he, like, ignores them, and he's just like, oh, fuck, I gotta come up with something else now.
Gintoki seems like the kind of person who could be a chronic liar. he just lies because he just doesn't care. That was my theory, but I want to bring it up because it is kind of important for later that this is our first mention of the existence of a clan known as the Yato clan. But which actually, Jasmine, because for those who may care, maybe you don't care, I don't know, but me and Jasmine are getting up to a very important arc in the story called the Yoshiwara arc, where certain members of the Yato clan, I won't say who, do come into play, and I think that's going to be really interesting to watch.
Now, does it have things to do with Kagura?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's a clan.
Well, I mean, there's certain stories where, like, these people do come, but the person that is that certain race doesn't really get involved with it at all. And ignore it.
Yeah, trust me, she's involved.
Alright.
So...
He's not like Takatsuki. He doesn't just, like, be like, oh, I'm in the background. I know exactly what's going on. All I had to do was like 1 minute appearance, and I'm complete bad.
I completely throw that away.
I come in every 100 episodes.
Like, basically, and he doesn't even show up for 100 episodes. He just shows up, like, You don't even see him for real. He's just in the background, like, what? When he shows up at the end of the episode, he's like, yeah, I was here the whole time.
I have planned this from the very beginning. This
Right, I'm
is
just
part
like-
of my master plan.
I'm like, go away.
No, don't tell him to go away, because who the fuck knows when we're gonna see him again?
Well, he keeps showing up at the end of the episode and just, like, talks about, like, oh, it's just part of my plan. I'm like, go away, because you didn't do anything.
Go away.
You
fucked up my groove.
Ella got back.
Yes.
Shut up.
Oh, you threw off
I
my
can tell
groove.
you this. I named an episode referencing that movie.
He did. We were talking the crap out of it.
Nope. How Hasegawa lost his groove and never got it back.
Never got it back.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not talking about the Emperor's New Groove either.
Let's talk about stuff.
He was talking about a Whoopi Goldberg movie.
Hey guys, you want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg again?
No.
Oh wait, never mind. We were talking. No, wait, I forgot this episode. We need to talk about Will Smith.
Exactly.
This is the Will Smith episode.
It's like, there's an underlying plot in the middle of the plot, of course.
But yeah, what do you think of the fact that that there is a clan like this in the series? Like, is it interesting to you guys at all? Because I find it very interesting.
What?
The existence of the Yato clan.
Well, I mean, by clan, by what, race?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
race.
Oh, so they're actually called the Yato clan, or are they actually just called the Yato race?
They're called the Yato clan, but it's like
It's
race.
a race,
It's just-
but it's a race of aliens.
yeah, it's a race of aliens, but it's kind of like it's a title.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't clan
Like
mean
Yato
just
clan.
a bunch of people coming together anyway? I mean, if it's the Yato clan, there would be like a name.
Well, it's kind of like how Sasuke is part of the what's it called? You kidnap clan. It's kind of like that.
And that's the Echidna race, because they're not a bunch of different people. Like I was saying, I thought like a clan was, like, they decided to come together, but they are together anyway because they're the same race, right?
Yeah, the Yato are all the same race.
Yep.
Because there's the Uchiha clan, because they're all Uchihas.
Yeah, but I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, let's not get on this topic and have like a whole debate about
They
it.
have a race of Goku somewhere in the galaxy.
Basically, yeah, they're basically just Saiyans. That's all they are. Except
They're just... Damn it, I can't make
Except
that
they
yet.
use
I can't make that joke yet.
Except
Actually-
they're just Gokus, except they are pasty white and they use umbrellas, and the umbrellas are like guns.
We forgot to mention this in the recap, but the Yato are kind of known for having such pale skin because they can't go out in the sunlight. That's why they carry umbrellas.
So they're like...
And their umbrellas are like
Mixed
freakishly
with-
powerful, but they're like a shield mixed with a gun.
So they're basically vampire Saiyans.
Dude, that would be fucking cool if Twilight did that. Instead of being freaking wimps and like, and like being pale in the sunlight, they had freaking umbrellas.
And I glitter in the sunlight.
Spells that could shoot out.
It's like I glitter in the sunlight.
Wait, hold on. I think we just figured out how to make Twilight more tolerable. Replace vampires with Saiyans.
Or make the vampires say it. They just have them with an umbrella.
Vampires with vampires that know what to do in the sunlight. Instead of hiding in the sunlight or sparkling in the sunlight, have an umbrella that you protect yourself with and shoot the fuck out of other people. There needed
I
to be
agree with
more awesome in Twilight.
Yeah. What I like about this chapter, actually, personally, is it introduces a very interesting internal struggle for Kagura.
It
Because
does.
this is the first time that we see her actually, that we get to learn about her struggle to kind of keep herself in check, to make sure that her Yato instincts come out and she doesn't feel the need to just senselessly kill people.
Wait, what? Isn't that encouraged by those guys and then...
Yeah, but...
So if she was left all alone, she'd be a merciless killing
No.
No.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is...
I think what you're trying to say is that, that, yes, she is trying to keep herself into check. And what happens is that the only reason she was doing this is because she was it was her only way to survive in a whole new area.
Yeah, because she needed the money to, eat and survive and also try to get back home. She's not opposed to fighting.
Right, she's not opposed to it, but she doesn't want to do it, but she knows she has to survive because it's a brand new place.
She's not opposed to just killing. She doesn't want to kill people.
Right. She's okay with fighting. She's perfectly okay with fighting.
Yeah, she'll fight just as long as, she doesn't...
She just murder.
Because, I don't want to go into it too much, because this is stuff that will be introduced later in the manga, but I'll be as vague as I can, because we do learn later that the Yato do have a history of even killing off their own people. Because, the Yato just have such a strong instinct to just fight because it's fun, and they don't see anything wrong with it. They just like the fight just 'cause.
They just love the feeling of murder, basically. And
they'll just kill whatever. To the point where, again, they will literally kill their own people.
It's because they find everything to be a game. So
pretty much.
It's kind of like, you guys probably don't know about this, but I think it's called Hunter. It's that one guy when he went. We read this in English class. Remember that about the story about the guy who got on that island, and
I think so.
And the man that lived on the island said, "I'll give you 3 days. I'll give you 3 days in the forest. If I don't find you, you can leave. But if I find you, I can kill you." Basically.
I don't think.
I know what it's called. I think it's called Hunter because basically, it's kind of like a manhunt.
I don't know because I don't think I read this book, but basically.
But it's just like that, basically.
The whole point is that the Yato generally just find killing fun.
They find it a complete game. It's like a toy that never stops.
And Kagura basically doesn't want to become that, and I find that I think it's the most interesting thing about her character.
Right. I mean, I like that because again, usually. Not gonna lie, guys, when I see a lot of anime or read a lot of manga, they never really go on to this. Like, when they say, like, I'm trying not to be what my race does, like, they could be like, again, not just using Super Saiyan as an example. They could be like a Super Saiyan and they could be used for murder, and they'd be like, one of them could be like, well, I don't want to kill. But then, what happens is that later on, they turn into what they don't want to turn to, and they're like, yeah, well, stuff happens.
Yeah, but then again, Dragon Ball is a whole nother...
Well, no,
thing.
I was just using that as an example.
Oh.
I'm not saying that it happened.
Okay. Yeah, but I like that they introduced this chapter, because it becomes really important later. And this will come back. But...
Because me and Colton are actually going to watch this.
I can't wait to watch that. You're gonna love that arc. It's basically like the longest and biggest arc in the series. But I don't know, what did I want to talk about? Is it sad that they go through all this shit to get her home, but then they realize she doesn't have the money, so basically they did all this shit for nothing. It was just a big punchline.
Yeah.
I feel really sorry for them. So, I guess first off, was the chapter funny?
I want to say this. It wasn't as funny as the anime because again, the manga is more straightforward.
Yeah, they do add a bit more in the anime, but we'll go into detail about that in a few minutes. But yeah.
But overall, I did like this chapter a lot.
I thought it was a very entertaining chapter. Definitely funnier than last chapter. What do you guys think about Kagura as a character? Is she, do you like her? Is she funny? Is she interesting at all?
Honestly, I love Kagura. You already know this.
I do, but no one else does.
She's just a really silly, well, going into future references, blah, cannot talk today. Guys, I haven't been able to talk in like the last 2 episodes. But basically, she's just an overall silly yet serious character, and I really like that. Because he has flaws.
Well, basically 60-40 with the serious and funny.
Yeah, but what I love is that she's like the first girl to do a lot of stuff in anime. As Colton has told me, she did a specific thing in probably the manga as well. That she's the first girl ever in anime history to ever do.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Kagura is the first female heroine, and I'm not sure if in manga in general or just in Jump to throw up on screen.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So she is the girl. She's not like your typical oh my gosh, senpai, what are we gonna do? She's not like that.
Kagura is a very street smart girl, kind of, honestly.
She's very street smart and she's very influential.
Oh, no kidding. She's very easy.
She's very gullible.
Yeah, she's very naive, but at the same time, sometimes she knows what's going on.
She's like that girl that's extremely oblivious, but then when you think you can say something smart around her, and she'll be like, "Oh, what'd you say?" And then when you say a smart comment about her, right next to her, she'll be like, "Oh, what'd you say to me?" Kind of like that.
I don't know, John. Do you happen to like Kagura at all, John?
Yeah.
Just one simple word.
I mean, it's she's kind of just random when it comes to personality. She talks to people yeah, I want to help you, and then she's randomly an asshole, but not as bad as Gin.
Oh yeah, not at all.
But that's just because she doesn't need to give a fuck, because she's one of the strongest people there right now. I mean, why she isn't taking down big corporations, I don't know why. She's just sitting at home chewing on some freaking seaweed. And she's really doesn't know her abilities, and that's really funny. She could be one of the most important characters, but she's not. That's why it's great.
So I'm gonna say that we all like the chapter?
Yeah.
Alright, that's cool. Well, now that we've gone on for, I think, about an hour, I don't know, I've lost track of time. And we still have a few more things to do, but then we'll be done. You ready for the next segment, guys?
Sure.
Alright. Alright, so this is our life lesson segment, which is going to be really fucking short. Because I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about here, because it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if you agree, Jasmine.
It is. Basically, this has nothing to do with the actual chapter. This is just relevant to real life.
Well, I mean, it is kind of relevant to the chapter, because...
it's kind of, but overall, it's saying that it's giving a random fact.
It is. And I mean, it's especially relevant when it's the first thing to be brought up in the chapter by Gintoki.
Right.
It kind of sets things up, and it does kind of have a payoff later. But other than that, it's just another piece of random advice that there's really no reason to really look into. I don't know. What do you think, John?
What?
About the chapter title?
Chapter title, which is what?
Watch out! Weekly Shonen Jump sometimes comes out on Saturdays.
Well, it's like any other Gintama title. It doesn't make any sense until you watch the episode.
Yeah. I'm doing this segment because I'm waiting for when we come across a segment that doesn't make any sense. I'm waiting for that. It's gonna come up. I just don't know how soon.
And they watch me go all psychological on you.
Always break the fourth wall. They tell you something. It's good advice.
Yeah.
And one of the titles is actually only 1 hour video games per day.
Yeah, that's right. I forget which episode that is though.
And there's one where it's don't trust people with blah blah blah.
Don't trust.
Every
something.
title has some sort of good advice you need to follow.
Something. So is that it?
I believe so.
Oh boy. See, it was short.
compared to the manga.
You sound drunk as hell right now.
Stop it. Okay. There is. I did see the episode before I read the manga.
That's right.
And there's a lot of like stuff in the manga. No, it's not that. There's a lot of stuff in the anime that's not in the manga. Where I remember there's a scene where these two gangs were like, "Give up, you can't win," blah blah blah, and they have this whole standoff like freaking Grand Theft Auto or something. And then all of a sudden this girl walks in. I'm like, "Heck, it's Kagura!" And all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, let's fight. We're gonna get this over with and stuff." So all these guys run out, and the guy with the perm says, "Okay, Kagura, do your thing." They're all just standing there looking all fucking cool and stuff. Kagura goes out there and kicks all their asses and explains that, yeah, she's different. Like, I like how they did it, because they didn't say, "Oh, she's from the Yato clan, blarg," right in the beginning, where they just revealed it.
It's foreshadowing her character.
Right. That's what I like about the anime, where it's like, okay, she's not a regular girl. They don't do that in real life, so maybe she really is a gorilla.
But yeah, just like the last episode we talked about, this episode does have a lot of what I like to call implied filler, which is stuff that they do have in the anime that wasn't in the manga, but at the same time, it's basically stuff that kind of like, because sometimes the manga can be vague, and sometimes they will have scenes where maybe it'll explain something better. You know what I mean? Like the scene John was talking about. I do like that scene. I think it nicely foreshadows Kagura's character and what the situation coming up is. There's more implied filler in the episode that takes place after Gintoki leaves from the dump, where Shinpachi tries to man up and helps Kagura, but the whole time she's just constantly belittling him. And saying stuff like, well, where's your helicopter? Aren't you going to get a helicopter? You can't do this shit without a helicopter.
That's true.
And it basically evolves into the story will jump back and forth from the adventures of Shinpachi and Kagura to the adventures of Gintoki and the search for the lost jump.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because in the anime, they actually have him looking for a jump that he can actually just find and not buy. which makes that whole thing funnier, because you see him getting up from the train tracks, and he see his face, and when he finds jump, he's like, "I found it!" And it's
better because besides in the anime instead of the manga, he had a whole thing where everybody did have jump, like on the freaking bench he finds one, and somebody randomly just grabs it, and he's just like, "You son of a bitch."
It's funnier because some guy just kind of leaves it, and then Gintoki tries to grab it, and then some asshole grabs it. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
And the guy was just didn't even notice the Gin was there. It's like it was supposed to happen, which was so funny.
He's like, finders keepers, bitches.
He had a ridiculously hard time finding it.
And didn't he even flip out when he finally got one, and then he ended up ripping it? And did he freak out after that? And like, "Oh my god, I ripped it! Thank you, I ripped it!" Yeah, that's I mean, he does that in the manga too, but in the anime, it makes that scene so much funnier. Because we all know how hard he searched for for a Shonen Jump, and then he finally rips it. Oh man, that scene's a lot. That scene has a better payoff in the anime, I feel like. Yeah. Because they really like to build up to that. Because seriously, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. When I sat there and I saw him rip it, I'm like, "You worked so hard for that. Are you serious?" But yeah, I really like that scene.
It reminds me of when I bought these headphones from my school, and then when I got home, I stepped on them, and I was like, "Wow, I just wasted all my fucking money."
That would piss me off too. Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna start with you, Jasmine. Which do you like better? The anime. Okay. Obviously. All right. How about you, John?
Anime, hands down.
All right. I'm kind of conflicted because I don't want to say anime every time, but right. I mean, they're both good, but for comedic purposes, I'm going with the anime.
Like Colton said a while back when he was talking about the differences, not here, but like another day, He was talking about how the anime, since it's animated, they can do a lot. They have a lot more flexibility when it comes to comedic value.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember talking about that off the air. Yeah, they can get away with a lot more in the anime, and they can add more material to the story, and it doesn't feel like they're just adding a bunch of shit in, to fill up time. Like, it adds to the episode. But, yeah, I am gonna have to say, I did like the anime version of this a lot. It's a lot funnier, and a lot more of the jokes have better payoff. But, yep, anime episode's better, I guess. Or at least we all prefer it. Right, I guess we should go on to the next segment. Right, so this is our translations and things segment, and I wanna get something out of the way just to go on record, because we were kind of like all over the place with this in the manga recap, but as to whether, because I want to talk about Kagura's dialect and stuff, because obviously in the English translation, her the way she forms her sentences and her grammar is obviously shit. So
it's caveman talk.
Pretty much, yeah. And as to whether, well, first off, I should say that I don't know Japanese well enough to say this, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I am gonna say that she still keeps this way of speaking, but I don't think, because both in the English translations of the anime and the manga, I don't think they really go out of their way to translate this speak. I think they just kind of translate it just regularly. You know what I mean, Jasmine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just cause her speech really isn't all that important, honestly. Like, her way of speaking, like, maybe delivers one joke throughout the entire series and that's it. Otherwise, it's really just a big throwaway thing. Like, but yeah, I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's really not that important, and I have no idea whether she still actually speaks like that in the anime when you actually, like, hear her speak. But I'm going to assume that she still does.
Demented doesn't rhyme with fermented.
Shut up. So one thing that she does keep throughout the entire series is her little speech quirk that she adds at the end of her sentences. Aru.
Aru?
Yeah. Basically, that's what they translated as in the manga. Something that I notice in the manga, they're very inconsistent with that. Like, sometimes she'll say that, but other times they'll just leave it out. So
in the manga?
Yeah. Like,
yeah, they would.
They do that a lot in the manga.
Maybe they forget because it's actually because they speak properly.
Yeah, something. I don't know. But yeah, so every time I've seen translations for Gintama, nobody really goes out of their way to translate the speak, except for maybe a few chapters. But so all I wanted to say was it's really not that important, and maybe she might speak this way still. I don't know. But a few things I wanted to bring up, like some weird wording in the chapter, but nothing too, like, there's actually not a lot of, like, real translation error at all. Like, it's translated pretty nicely. Like, the translation's okay, it's accurate, but
for the most part,
yeah, it's accurate. But like, there is weird wording in this chapter, like how the perm mob leader says stuff like "chow" and "later skaters," which,
yeah, and then he calls, like, Kagura a space chickie.
Space chickie.
And I mean, that's maybe a typical cool guy slang or something.
Something, I don't know.
I guess.
Because I don't think he says anything like that in Japanese, as far as I can tell. But then again, what the fuck do I know? And
he's trying to get, like what you said, like, old, God, what was the word?
Old slang?
Yeah, I mean, like, old tradition, or what was the name? Like,
Old thing.
oh, well, what? It's a word that escapes me for some stupid reason. It's a really simple word. A trend, yeah.
A trend, okay.
Yeah, it's an old trend that they brought back for lulz.
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, because Leia Skaters is kind of is a really old term.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I've never heard that before.
I've never heard that either.
Really? I used to hear it a lot in like
See a
1990s.
later alligator in a wild crocodile, but not later skater.
Yeah, I would see that in like 1990s, somewhere around there.
Really?
I thought it was the 80s.
Or yeah, probably around there, or like
80s is a perm, right? They wore that in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he was just a
So.
typical 80s mock parody kind of guy.
probably because it's a really old term.
Chow. Yeah. They were trying to parody the 80s with that guy.
Chow.
But Chow is Italian overall, so.
Also, actually, I do want to bring this up because, actually, the whole Kagura misinterpreting words thing, the way they translate some of this stuff, because this is one of those things where in Japanese, it wouldn't make sense unless you would use English words that we would know, like, because I think Shinpachi, because every time I watch the anime, I always hear Shinpachi say lolicon when he's referring to the Yakuza.
What?
Yeah, you actually pay attention to what he says in the episode. You hear him say lolicon, so he's basically calling the Yakuza guys creepy.
Oh.
And that they're into little girls. And
But I see it.
Oh,
and
because
and Kagura thinks he says something that sounds like that word, but obviously if they were to translate that straight up, not a lot of people would get that, because not a lot of people know about the lolicon stuff and all that.
Lolicon fanatism.
Yeah, that stuff. So that's why they translated it the way they did in the manga.
I get that misinterpretation right there.
The rub on, rub out.
Yeah, because she says rub on somebody as in sexual, and then he says you mean rub out.
Yeah.
And then when she says fermented, it's. I know I'm being a little shithead about it, but
I think it's only because it rhymes. And
Right.
that's why
I'm just gonna assume that she knew that word before demented.
Something.
Okay.
And
Actually,
I'm gonna say that as well. But I'm gonna say this. What I was trying to get at about that little segment. That I just figured out what I was trying to say. And I'm kind of mad at myself. I was gonna say it earlier. Well, I think it's because I don't know Japanese. I'm not sure if fermented and demented are kind of like how it is here. They rhyme. But I guess in Japan, the way you say those words are similar to the point that you can easily mistake it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's true.
Honestly, I don't know.
It's kind of like how in Korean, like when you're saying like nipple, like on a woman's breast, and you say you say baby bottle. It's so similar that you can easily miscalculate.
Well, there's tons of things like bank, like. I'm gonna leave my ship on the bank, like on the side of the ground.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
U.S. Bank. People are gonna get that.
Yeah. It's really just how you word shit, honestly. Yeah. But actually, I'm glad John brought that up because I like the rub on, rub out. I like the way they translated that because I think in the original, at least in the anime, I know. Basically, Kagura's like, oh, they told me to go rip off someone's balls or something. I forget exactly what she says and what the joke is, but she says something along those lines, I think. That's what I was saying. Is I forget how that joke actually plays out. I forget exactly what Shinpachi says in response to that. But all I know is that's all I wanted to say was I liked this joke was a nice interpretation. This was a nice way to translate it because it makes sense.
Now,
and it's actually funny.
Now, if all of her misinterpretations of words were all sort of like really funny sexual jokes or really things you could just make fun of, then it would work. But the fact that she just says random things that are intelligible don't.
Well, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier, is that Shinpachi, kind of prefers to something sexual when he calls out the Yakuza. But...
That's true.
But they're not going to translate it like that in English, because, one, it's I don't know, it's a very...
touchy subject.
It's touchy, yeah, especially over here. And
like,
two, nobody, like a general person walking into a bookstore or something and just picking this up, and if they were to keep that word in, they wouldn't know what a lolicon is anyway. So now that we're done talking about pedophilia, Christ. All right, you guys ready to end the show?
Yeah, it's been going on for 3 hours.
Are you guys ready to end the show or not?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Alright, so this is the end of the show. And what a crazy show it's been.
Long, crazy show.
I'm gonna make a prediction. This is gonna be a 2.5-hour episode. That's my prediction. Anyway, so...
All our Gintama stuff ends up being more than an hour.
Actually, this is probably going to be only an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay, that's a decent prediction. Okay. But I guess we should talk about, our social media and stuff. Alright, where should I start?
We're on Facebook.
Yep.
Like us on our Ginta Life Lessons.
Yep. Facebook.com/Ginta Life Lessons.
And Twitter, Ginta Life Lessons. That's Twitter
Yep.
douche, and again we'll put the S on it.
Yeah, they don't want to add that extra S. I was so pissed about that.
What?
When I tried to enter in the Life Lessons Twitter, I wanted to choose Ginta Life Lessons, but Twitter made it Ginta Life Lesson because they didn't want to add the extra S. Because, limits on characters and stuff.
You could have just put Gin Life Lessons.
I wanted to be consistent with everything else that I'm naming Ginta Life Lessons, but Ginta Life Lessons. Blah.
Just one.
We need to work on our contacts and stuff. We need to rehearse this or something.
My outgoing was 20%.
And guys, you can email us at GintaLifeLessons@gmail.com.
Yep. Go ahead and email anything that you have at all. Thoughts on the chapter.
You can hate us. We don't care. I'll hate on you too.
Okay, yeah. If you send hate mail, I'll read that too. That's fine.
You send hate mail, at least we're getting mail.
Yeah, at least we're getting mail.
People are listening to us.
And like I said on Twitter, you can even send us the back of the cereal box, and I'll read that. I will read that word for word.
All right, visit us for visit us on Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, email.
Shut up.
Ciao.
Stop.
Ciao.
See, when you rush this, I'm gonna keep correcting you, and then this thing's just gonna keep going on.
That's the point.
You guys
trolling right now.
I'm so tired.
They say me trolling.
Shut up.
Oh man.
Guys, you make me so angry. Okay, so basically, Facebook, Twitter, emails. Subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes if you'd like to. Because apparently that makes it easier to find, but then again, it doesn't matter, because you can literally just type in Gintama on iTunes, and we'll be like one of 2 Gintama podcasts that you'll have to search through. So yeah, that'd be appreciated. I'd like that. And John and I, and along with our friend Eric, do host another podcast.
Guys' ears.
called Another Day, Another Adventure, Dragon Ball Manga in Review, and it's, unlike this podcast, it's very unstructured. Very.
Yeah.
Because we don't bother to recap the manga chapters at all, because unlike Gintama, Dragon Ball is more common sense. Like, everybody and their grandma knows about Dragon Ball, let's be honest.
You sure?
I'm sure. I'm gonna go on a limb and say everybody fucking knows what Dragon Ball is.
Okay, should I talk to my mom right now after?
You want to make a chart with people and stuff? I'm gonna talk to some 6-year-old in elementary school. They're like,
right. I'm gonna talk to some 50-year-old people.
Oh,
John, stop it.
I'm gonna talk to some 50-year-old people. Be like, hey, do you know what Dragon Ball is?
They probably will know. I mean, it came out in 80.
Guys, I'm being rhetorical. Stop it. Okay, so do we want to promote where they can find us, John, on Another Day, Another Adventure?
No! Of course!
Alright, so if you want to listen to Another Day, Another Adventure, oh boy. We haven't even announced some of this stuff on the podcast yet. But we are going to next episode when we do that though. You can find us on Twitter at this is actually pretty complicated because I have it all in acronyms. It's all. You can find us on Twitter at ADAADV_podcast.
Sounds like some sort of video podcast.
I know, but I tried other things, but all the other usernames on Twitter I tried to use were already taken.
Wow, Another Day, Another Adventure is taken?
Well, you can't even fit all of that. But anyway, you can find us on Twitter, and we do have a Facebook page, rightly so named The Dragon Ball Podcast, Another Day, Another Adventure. Maybe like us on there. And yeah, I mean, if you for some reason like listening to us on here, go listen to Another Day, Another Adventure. We have we do have a link for that page on the website for this podcast, which I probably should have mentioned that too. GintaLifelessons.wordpress.com. So yeah, I think that about covers it. So yeah, I think we got it, Jasmine.
Alright.
But I would say goodbye, but John just left to go use the bathroom. John from the bathroom says bye. John doesn't get to say bye because he left. Hold on, he's going. He said bye. Alright, it's 12 in the morning. Let's end this, Jasmine. Alright, this has been Life Lessons. I hope this episode was funnier, but not too annoying.
Yeah. We're just overall annoying guys. So.
No, John's an annoying guy, but that's another story. Alright. No, I love him. He's my friend. But he's really nitpicky. Alright, well, this has been episode 3, so I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye!
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. I'm going to bed. Fuck this. Okay, so actually, before we get on to it, for those who care, because
They don't.
shut up. Because we had our friend Jay on the first episode. I finally finished season 1 with her, so that's cool.
That's cool, yeah.
So that's about 50 episodes under her belt. So I'm hoping to get up to, for people who are caught up, the Benizakura arc is, I guess you could say, the first real serious arc of the series.
Hey, actually, are you able to, open this in Audacity and edit it?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Oh, because I was going to mention...
You were going to mention what?
I did with...
What?
You were there, you dummy!
Oh!
Jasmine?
Oh!
Yeah. I was going to mention that, and I just did, so I don't know if that's acceptable. Or
It's okay. I think I can. Here, let's start over just in case. Jay finished up season 1, so that's cool. That's about 50 episodes under her belt, and we're almost up to Benizakura.
Deja vu! I swear I've heard you say that before.
So many people are going to sit here and listen to this and be like, what the F?
Oh, damn.
Because John brought up something that I don't want to keep in the recording, so I'm going to have to edit that out.
Well, you should keep it now because that joke was so damn good.
Oh. Okay, I guess
you should call before you do that.
Okay, next.
Shut up!
I'm sorry.
I am
No,
I will say
so hype for the day.
Well, I'm the pseudo host.
No, you're
Pseudo.
The guest. Fuck, I can't remember.
you're just a guest.
The guest of honor.
No, you're not the guest. Some full of themselves.
You are so hyped up on cookies right now. It is not even funny.
Oh shit.
Hey, expect this episode to actually be funny.
Yeah, because it is.
Because it was just me and Jasmine last time, and I'm not sure if people really care for that at all. Because we kind of went on and on a lot, especially.
It's because it was a really mellow day.
Oh yeah, it was literally right after the day that the four of us hung out.
Oh,
so we were pretty tired.
Right,
of course.
So it was like jet lag. So we were just like, I don't care.
Okay, now I'm gonna transition to the next segment.
Okay.
Okay, you guys ready to get into the chapter?
I'm freaking yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Summary?
No.
You have a summary?
No.
That's the best part.
Because we recap it.
You lost me.
Because
Why do you have your folder tab after your Skype? Like, with me, I would have Internet Explorer, then my tab, then Windows Media Explorer, then Windows Media Player.
Windows Media Explorer!
Yeah, and then iTunes, and a bunch of stuff after that. Like, that's like the, unwritten rule of taskbar.
Oh my gosh, John, I have the exact same way.
See, I told you, they actually have it like that. They started up like that.
Guys, I don't care.
I do! That's the only problem, my friend.
What's that?
I'm not gonna leave it alone.
Tell me what you wake over.
Until you distract me with Gintama.
Alright.
Because you're doing stuff.
So, alright. So, I guess we should talk about
the color page.
I do have the color page on my laptop because it's not color in the volume, obviously, because color is expensive to print. Stop clapping, they can hear that!
I don't know.
Okay, so,
And the poof actually surprisingly sounds like,
Yeah,
which is actually weird.
What? Oh, that's...
You guys arguing over the page.
say what?
It sounds like you guys are arguing over the page.
Yeah, because I forgot to mention, John, that it's 2 pages per person.
But I thought you did 4 pages.
No, I didn't. I did.
You
No, I did too. It felt like that long.
Hey, these are pages too, moron. You did 4 pages.
I didn't do this page,
Yeah,
and
you
we
did.
all talked about this one.
Well, you did 3 pages. Well,
No, I did. Do you want me to kick you out of my house? Now let's see here. Something we didn't already bring up. I'm sorry. That was great.
The color man. You're worthless if you don't go and fight. Ciao. I'm gonna go on my little tiny 1-minute rant.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. It was made by an 18-year-old girl, correct?
I think so.
18-year-old girls don't know what they want, correct?
Yeah.
That's
So
very
she
true.
writes a story out of nowhere just because she feels like it. And she probably had Bella play herself so she could have all these guys around her, which a lot of fan fiction has that.
It's basically just glorified fan fiction.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say
Yeah.
it's a giant
That's why
fanfic.
a lot of 18-year-old girls that don't know what they want like it, and that's why all the sensible people hate it.
Right.
Because it's inconsistent as all can be. It doesn't have anything people like. It only has what she liked, I guess, or other 18-year-old girls like.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it's just overall, when you look at the story overall, it didn't make sense. Because she'd be like, I'm in love with a vampire, and the vampire's like, oh, but I don't want to turn you into a vampire, and I don't want to have sex with you. Oh, okay, then I'll just go to the werewolf.
Yeah, I don't like it. There's times where I don't like something and I want to talk about it to get it over, but when you talk about Twilight, you're giving me cancer. I don't want it.
Except now where you're talking about Twilight?
Well, I was giving a synopsis. I was not talking about characters or what was happening. I was just talking about what could have been better.
John, I'm just saying.
Damn it! Damn it! Stole my thunder. I was gonna make that freaking joke.
Well, you set me up for it. I'm sorry, John.
I'm gonna.
You know what's funny is that probably a bunch of people don't recognize that joke whatsoever.
No, some if they watch Dragon Ball Z abridged, they'll know.
D.G.L. Don't Google Lolicon.